Good morning, students. So, in our last class, we were learning the second chapter from your Environmental Studies or EVS. The name of the chapter was Snake Charmer's Story. So, in our last class, we have learned a lot, which includes the story of Aryanath, and we started on Roshan Nath Ji. Roshan Nath Ji, as we know now, is the grandfather of Aryanath. Roshan Nath Ji was very famous in his community for his snake charming ability. Let us start again with the text. Let's explore what more Aryanath wants to say about this great skill of snake charming. We also learnt about Kalbelias. My grandfather Roshan Nath Ji was famous amongst our people. He could easily catch many poisonous snakes. He tells me many stories about his past. So, as you can see, his grandfather Roshan Nath Ji had a ton of interesting stories with him. Gathered throughout the years, he has been working as a snake charmer. As you can see, grandfather tells. So, our grandfather, who is Roshan Nath Ji, tells, when I open the bamboo basket, people gather to watch the snakes. They give me rice, pulses, and food at the end of the snake show. So, by these lines, we can surely say that Roshan Nath Ji and the Kabelia tribes were very dependent on their snake charming ability to stay alive. They gather the money they earn by the snake shows that they perform on a regular basis. We also come to know that snake charmers carry their snakes very efficiently in bamboo baskets. They open the baskets during the show and praise others by showing their skills to them. They prefer to use the instrument named bean to make the snake dance. Snake charmers earn their living by hard work that they do on a regular basis. They move around place to place, being in front of new peoples and cities and towns, fulfilling the hearts of people. with joy. They produce by showing their talent of charming snakes. They carry their snake basket with all the places that they go to. Now, childrens, let us move back to see what Roshan Nathji remembers from his early days. Dadaji remembers from the time of my grandfather and great grandfather, we have always been saperas or snake charmers. So, the skill of snake charming, as we can say, has been developed throughout generations in their family. Great grandfather and grandfather of Aryanath being saperas or snake charmers were having the skill of charming snakes and doing snake shows in front of the public. Snakes have been an important part of our life, says Aryanath. We used to move from village to village carrying our snakes in bamboo baskets. So, by these lines, we can see that they worked very hard and never stayed at one place for a very long time. They used to move from village to village to earn their living as snake charmers or saperas. They carried the most precious thing which helped them to earn their living, the snakes, in bamboo baskets. Before actually moving back to Dadaji's story, let us look at the works Kabelias do. Our other work. We not only entertain people but also give them medicines after collecting some herbs from the forests and some of their illness. So, as we see, Kabelias do collect medicinal herbs and plants from forests, which has a huge impact as those herbs has the power to cure illness and heal diseases. We know to identify which snake has bitten the people. So, Kabelias, being familiar with a huge variety of snakes can identify the bite of different snakes and suggest treatments based on that. We know how to remove the venom. You know venom? It is poison from the body of the people bitten by snakes. So, when someone gets bitten by snakes, they have a lot of trouble. They may even face the threat of losing the grasp over their valuable and precious life given by the Almighty God. But the Kabelias know the art or the skill of removing the venom from the body of the people who gets bitten by snakes. They know the treatment needed when someone gets bitten by snakes, and that's what makes them very special. So snakes, or the venomous snakes which has poison, are very dangerous. So children, be careful and look out. So children, let us move back to the story of Roshannathji. He remembers whenever we stopped in a village, a crowd would gather around us. So whenever they go to a new village, people out of interest gathered around him. We would then take out our snakes from the baskets, says Roshannathji. And you know, whenever the snake comes out of the basket, it gathers a huge crowd of peoples who are eager to see what's there inside the basket out of curiosity. You can see how in a village the crowd gathered in a certain place to see the show presented by a snake charmer. So, students, the activity we are going to do today is you have to ask your parents and your family members if they have ever seen a sapera or snake charmer. If yes, when and what did the snake charmer do to grasp the keen interest of the peoples when he performed his show in the crowd. So, children, answer the following questions. Question number 1. Snake charmers carry snakes in ? Question number 2. Do snake charmers stay at a single place? Tell me. Question number 3. What do corbellions do other than charming snakes? We already learned that, so do answer me the questions. Question number 4. What happened every time Dadaji moved to a new village and start his snake show? So remember, every time Dadaji moved to the new village, what happened with him? And answer it. Question number 5. Peoples from which tribe knows the skill to identify what? Snake bites. So we learned that as well in the chapter. Peoples from this specific community knows a lot about snakes and identify their bites with ease. So that's all for today. We will learn more about this chapter in our next video.